3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? Let's go to part 2 of our Slammy Awards. We gave out the first half last week. There are 5 categories this week. These, again, were pulled from WWE.com. This one, ring gear of the year, Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Seth Rollins, The New Day, Bianca Belair, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Carmella. My favorite, and they've been my favorite gear overall for the last good while, is the New Day. There's always something new, always something different. It's always something pretty fun. So I like the New Day. Ryan.
Were there specific gears?
Not on this one.
At?
No,
I think there might be.
Really? Because
on Twitter they posted specific pictures with each person.
Is it the color spot one for the New Day?
It's the Gears of War gear.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I because I didn't see those. I was just pulling this off WWE.com, and there wasn't anything even linked to it. I'm gonna go gear in general.
You could go gear in general.
I'm gonna go gear in general, just for sake of us.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. I would also say New Day because I like the white one where you would have to color it in. I thought that was unique.
That was good. Tim.
I mean, I'm also gonna go the New Day. They've always gone the extra mile to do something creative and fun for themselves throughout the entirety of the year. I mean, you look at their Basquiat gear from WrestleMania with Kofi Mania. Well, that was the tail end. It was last year, but this year they had the color by numbers for WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. They've had their 90s throwback that had all that and Nickelodeon slime and stuff like that. And their Gears of War gear was pretty sick too. But I'm also going to give a honorable mention to Bianca Belair.
I love Bianca's.
For the simple fact that Bianca makes her own gear.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bianca makes her own gear.
Well, badass. I love her gear.
Every gear she does her own hair and she does her own gear.
It was the New Day and her. That those were the two that I was debating. So if I would have known that
of gear making.
If I would have known that, maybe I would have actually given it to Bianca. So intern Mark.
Well, for the reasons stated above, I'm going to have to go with New Day. The creativity and behind it. There's so much to the gear. There's 3 of them, so there's so much gear. I'm going to go with New Day.
All right, very good. Since Matt is coming back here into the shot, Matt, ring gear of the year. Did you hear the nominees, or were you already out of frame at that point?
Natty.
Perfect. Is that your final answer?
Sure, why not?
Awesome. Then we go to breakout star of the year. Dominic Mysterio, Bianca Belair, Otis, the Street Profits, and Murphy. I got to go with it. I would have never, and I don't think if without a pandemic we don't get him in this spot one way, anyway at all. I'm going to go with my boy Otis.
Tomato chips.
With the Money in the Bank, unfortunately, it kind of did tail off here at the end, but overall for the year, I go Otis. Matt, we'll go to you.
I mean, hats off to Jim for throwing his vote away for a third-party candidate there. It's clearly a 2-person vote between Bianca and the Street Profits. And between the two, oh, man, I'm just going to go with Bianca just because I'm a bigger fan of her at this point than the Street Profits. Well, I think they both had very good years.
Very good. Intern Mark.
I got to go with the Street Profits. It's hard to argue that they didn't have probably as good as yours are ever going to have. So I'm not a big fan of them, but I do respect their work. And let's go with the Street Profits. I got the smoke.
All right, Tim, who do you got?
For me, my breakout star of the year will be the Street Profits. I don't think they're gonna. In my heart, they should win it, but I think they're gonna win other awards and they're gonna swing it around. But for me, nobody broke out better in 2020 than broke out and was consistent as the Street Profits.
Fair. Ryan.
Consistency is key, and I want to thank you, Tim, for repeating what the category was, because I was checking Twitter and didn't hear a goddamn word that Jim had said. So you set the table for me. It is absolutely the Street Profits.
All right, very good. Then we go to female superstar of the year: Asuka, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. If I would have made this award in the summer, it would have been Asuka hands down, but especially over the duration, the consistency, it came down to Sasha and Bayley for me, and I'm going to go with Sasha because here at the end she got the title win and she actually defended her title. So well done, Sasha Banks. Ryan.
This goes to Asuka. If it's a true fan voted thing, the fans would vote for Asuka. If not, I think Bayley carried the ball and was a real trooper. So I'll go Bayley.
Tim.
I'm gonna go Asuka. Had a strong beginning of the year, wins Money in the Bank, earns the WWE Women's title in its stead, holds it, loses it, retains the title, is challenging for the tag team titles, challenging to be double champion, still currently the Raw Women's Champion now. I don't think you can beat Asuka.
Intern Mark.
I don't think anybody's ready for Asuka.
Oh, hi, Mark.
So I'm going to go with hi. I'm going to go with I got to go with Asuka. I thought she had a great year through the no crowds. She's been so entertaining. So Asuka's got my vote.
Very good. And
Thank
Matt.
you, Asuka.
I would like to say shout out to the 4 horsewomen for all being nominated on this award. I think that's pretty awesome. Like all these years, they have still stayed pretty true to their dominance in that. She's on my wall. I love Sasha Banks. She's my favorite of all time, but it has to be Asuka this year. I think she's just absolutely killed it. She carried the women's division, I think, when we were all just kind of wondering what was going to happen. And I would love to see it go to Becky just because on a personal level, she's having a fantastic year. But if we're talking in ring, it has to be Asuka. Yes, Tim.
That was my question. Like, is Becky's January to WrestleMania worthy of being in the talks for superstar or female superstar of the year?
No.
Like, she's getting by on previous merits, and like it speaks to like the lack of depth.
Like who would be your 5th nominee?
Dana Brooke
for female superstar of the year.
Just for smashing that picture.
Dana?
I mean, and Charlotte's been out since.
Shanna's had a very good year. Naya, for all the jokes, has had a good year.
She's not like most.
I really enjoyed what Lacey Evans was doing earlier in the year. I mean, we all thought she was going to get pushed to the moon.
That's Cameron
to the
Grimes.
Money in the Bank. So there are opportunities to put new people. Lana's had a good year too.
I would say Alexa Bliss should be on at least in the discussion over Becky and even Charlotte.
And here's another spot. Like, unfortunately, like I get that this is the WWE Slammies,
right?
But like NXT
Right. Why is
Like, they
NXT
do-
not involved
NXT
here?
does their own year-end awards.
Well,
I
that's
get
true.
it.
That's fair. That's fair.
But also, like, why not include him in Survivor Series? Why not include him in part of the Slammies? Like, there's
Well,
I read somewhere Triple H had a thing. I don't even know where it was, but it was right around War Games that they were like, "Look, we're really cool. The WWE or Raw and SmackDown have Survivor Series, and we have War Games, and that's how it is."
Well, I think he's.
So I don't know if
I think
we're
he's
gonna say-
playing
I mean, that's
PR
a
at
solid
that
company
point.
line from a company guy.
That's fair.
I think the reason they weren't involved in Survivor Series is because of is truly because of the pandemic, and they were just trying to keep more people out of the building than needed to be. I really do. Like I truly think that if the pandemic doesn't happen and things are normal, I do think NXT is involved in Survivor Series.
I mean, if you expand it though, like Rhea Ripley did have a very good 2020.
Sure.
Io Shirai had a really good 2020.
Shotzi Blackheart had a very good end of Q3, start of Q4 to 2020. So
Yeah.
you could put a lot of people in this that they left out,
Candice.
but at the same time, that's kind of WWE's MO. Like, remember when Rock Cena won match of the year and it was just Rock Bottom versus AA 17 times apiece? So
Thing sucks.
Vince is gonna Vince.
Sure. All right. Then we go to male superstar of the year. Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, or The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. And just due to like length of period of time, I think the right answer is Drew McIntyre. Like I'm sitting there looking at Roman Reigns, and from the time he's returned till now, by far he's the big dog. He's the tribal chief. He's the head of the table. But I look at who's the guy that really carried through the bulk of the empty arenas, and to me that's Drew McIntyre. You go back to Royal Rumble, you go back to WrestleMania. To me, it's Drew McIntyre. Matt.
I've never been so disappointed.
I like how Jim was like, he is the head of the table. He is as if Roman Reigns is right around the corner and is going to spear you if you don't acknowledge him.
Hey, big dog. Come on now.
He is the big dog. He is.
Matt, who's your male superstar of the year?
I mean, this was the year that you could have said Bray Wyatt and it would have made sense. It's Roman Reigns. I mean, that's the obvious answer, but there's a very clear argument for Bray Wyatt. And of all, nope, not even going to go on a rant. Roman Reigns. That's my answer.
It's her, Mark. Who do you got?
Boy, initially I was really thinking Drew McIntyre.
No, you weren't.
Go with your heart. Go
Don't
with your
do
heart,
that.
Mark. Don't let
You were not thinking that.
don't
Mark.
let Matt influence you.
I was thinking McIntyre. Honestly, I was, because he had a really strong beginning of the year with Lesnar and WrestleMania and everything. And but I tell you, Roman Reigns is coming in so hot at the end of the year. I'm going to go with The Fiend.
And that's fine.
There you
I
go.
love that answer, Mark. Great answer.
Perfect. Tim, who do you got?
And I'm glad I didn't upset you.
So
Damian Priest.
there's no way in the history of ever, if I ever say Damian Priest is the superstar of any year,
Sauce it.
I have COVID. I had it's a fever dream. I'm being held
think so,
under
Tim.
duress. Someone pay the ransom and let me go.
Okay.
Like,
Who was the wrestler of the year in Keystone Pro Wrestling in 2017?
The Lancaster City Police Department.
hey, ring them up.
Oh,
My answer for male superstar of the year,
Way out of line. Way out of line.
I picked Drew McIntyre as my overall superstar of the year last week. I don't think they're going to give him both.
Fair.
So they're going to give male superstar of the year to the next best. He had not one, not two, but 3 Dynamite programs throughout the duration of 2020. He's responsible for the greatest wrestling match ever. It's the Viper, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer, Mr. RKO Man, Randy Orton. Like Randy Orton by like far and away male superstar of the year. Aside from Drew McIntyre, he's been around the entire duration of the year. He's been involved in the most main events. He's in that picture.
Reigns came back and none of you saw it coming.
Randy Orton has been free in that titty since 2003. Roman Reigns is a little late to the titty party. Even though now he is the head of the titty committee, he was not even a member of the board for the longest time.
Maybe Ryan.
If the Fiend let some titty meat out,
we don't need to see that
about him. But then again, JoJo knows. JoJo knows that once Bray starts pulling that titty meat out, everybody's gonna want 2 scoops of Bray. And
denied. Go to 101soundboards.com to access this sound. If you already came from there, please reload the page.
What the flying fuck just happened?
Alexa, shut up.
What the flying hell just that's my own sound that I uploaded. Good Lord. There, that's what I was supposed to be. What the hell?
Oh my.
Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? Ryan, I hung the Out of Nowhere shirt just for you this week.
Such a piece of shit shirt.
Ryan, who's your male superstar of the year?
I gave the superstar of the year to The Fiend last week. There is no question in my mind the man that should be the male superstar of the year. He was victorious at WrestleMania. Oh, so it absolutely is Drew McIntyre. No questions asked. That guy went through hell. And you guys don't have to like him in a fucking skirt with a little sword. That's fine. That guy carried the WWE on his back.
Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome, Jim. We don't agree often.
Because you two dickheads also liked the fucking main event at WrestleMania with AJ Styles and your quote-unquote best in the world. I'm not saying his fucking name. So it's not
just plays the music. You can say shady man.
Here we go.
Plays the music.
Money talk.
I got to play the sounder. All right, then we go to Moment.
We're still doing this? Jesus
It's the last one. It's the last one, and then we got a TLC prediction. The Undertaker's final farewell from Survivor Series.
That's the moment. Winner.
Drew McIntyre defeats Brock Lesnar for the
Never
WWE.
mind. That's the moment, apparently.
WWE
Apparently, you're reading this without a full-blown erection, Jim.
At WrestleMania 36, Becky Lynch announces her pregnancy. Raw on May 11th, 2020. Edge returns in the men's Royal Rumble match back in January. The New Day's farewell address, SmackDown, October 16th, 2020. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman unite from SmackDown, August 28th, 2020. Bayley betrays Sasha Banks, September 4th, SmackDown. The New Day gets drafted to different brands on Raw in October.
Are there for this bullshit award?
7?
Jesus.
8? There was 8. 22. There was 22. My moment of the year, and it goes back to a faraway time when we had fans and people were allowed to be sitting shoulder to shoulder next to each other. It is 100% Edge returning at the Royal Rumble, without question. That's an all-time moment. Ryan, we go to you.
Absolutely, no question. Edge.
Tim.
Edge made me cry out of my eyes and my penis.
He did.
It
I
was
saw
Edge
the eyes
Royal
part.
Rumble.
I assumed the penis part. Intern Mark.
Etch's return.
Edge. and Matt, who do you got?
I mean, yeah, Edge is the obvious answer, but shame on both of you for not picking your idol of the year, Drew McIntyre, winning at WrestleMania as the best moment since he clearly won the year, hands down.
Easily
no question.
I mean, he did, but also,
No.
like, it's not the moment of the year.
Yeah, it's not the moment of the year. It's the cumulative. Male superstar, the cumulative moment
No,
is singular.
fine, no, Drew McIntyre, that's my vote.
I'm sorry, Drew McIntyre doesn't have 87 puppets and a fake house to live in.
I didn't pick Drew fucking Bray
Yeah,
Wyatt.
he picked the ooh-ah man.
Picked the bullshit answer because none of them were absolutely acceptable.
Okay, let's fast forward to this Sunday, live from the Thunderdome. It is the TLC pay-per-view. We have 6 matches as of now. I assume maybe something will be added tomorrow night on SmackDown. But let's start at the bottom here. The New Day, Kofi and Xavier, defending the Raw Tag Team Championships against the Hurt Business, Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. I keep thinking they're going to do it, so I'm going to keep picking it until either this feud ends or I just end up being right. The Hurt Business is going to win the Raw Tag Team titles. Matt.
Yes, her business.
Intern Mark.
Ain't no business like the Hurt Business.
Very good. Tim.
Hurt and jerk.
There we go. And Ryan.
Roman Reigns. The greatest thing to happen in all of 2020.
All right, then
The Hurt Business for sure.
Thank you. Then we go to the SmackDown Women's Championship. Sasha Banks defending against Carmella. Love Carmella. Wouldn't be shocked to see her win, but I am going to say that Sasha retains. Devin says the New Day will retain their title. Ryan, who do you got? Sasha or Carmella?
Sasha, of course. I'd be shocked if Carmella wins, unlike Jim.
Would you see it coming?
What?
Carmella.
What's the goddamn tagline for this stupid show?
Does it
Let me find it.
I was going to say, I don't know if it, I mean, I'm sure it has one.
I'm sure it does.
That's
Tim. Well, I'll go to Mark next. Mark, Sasha or Carmella?
the legit boss for sure, Sasha.
Matt.
Sasha, 100%.
All right, very good. Matt, would you see it coming if Carmella won?
I would be more surprised than Roman Reigns returning.
Oh, thank you. Tim, who's your answer and what's the tagline?
There is no tagline. Etch. No. Sacha.
Sasha. Devin has Sasha as well. Then we go to the WWE Universal Championship. It is Roman Reigns defending against Kevin Owens in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. No stairs this time. I know Ryback's disappointed. The ooh man, he's gonna win. Yeah, I love Kevin Owens. Match should be good, but it's Roman Reigns. Matt.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited about this one. I think it'll be a very good match, but in the end, Roman Reigns, the male superstar of the year, will come out on top.
Intern Mark.
Well, I won't see this pay-per-view because I buy pay-per-views based on taglines. So somebody let me know if Roman Reigns wins. That's what I'm going to go with.
Will do. Tim. Ryan.
Roman Reigns.
Mark, the tagline is "At least there's no Big Show stairs match."
All right, then we go to the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. We have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defending against Asuka and a partner to be revealed later. Let's start with because we saw the injury angle to Lana. Who do we think the to be determined partner is? To me, I think this one is a easy welcome back Charlotte Flair. Ryan.
Yeah, that makes sense. Dana Brooke.
Perfect. Tim.
Woo!
Charlotte. Intern Mark.
Asuka and Charlotte.
Matt.
I mean, the obvious answer is Charlotte, so let's say Nikki Bella.
Perfect. All right,
Eva
and
Marie.
She's been training.
She
Did
has
you guys
been.
hear what where Eva Marie might get partnered up with?
No.
So there's a rumor that she is the person that Angel Garza's been talking to.
Love it. Inject that into my veins.
Do you have the sound clip of Eva Marie's dad saying flat no?
I do not. Okay, who wins now? Who wins the match? I have Asuka and Charlotte winning the match and the titles. Ryan.
Team Shania.
Tim.
Charlaska.
Nice. Intern Mark.
Asuka and Charlotte.
And Matt.
Team We're Not Like Most Girls.
Very good. Devin has
You
team.
guys think Charlotte's coming back and they're going to burden her with those goddamn tag team championships?
Why not? They want to
make her the third of the 4 horsewomen to hold all of the titles that you can hold
Exactly.
in the WWE.
That's the only title she hasn't held before.
The only thing she ain't been is damn King of the Ring.
It's
don't
true.
burden her with it.
King of the Ring.
And if they want to make those tag team titles mean something, you put them on the most recognizable woman in the company.
And
because the
her
actual
makeshift tag team
couldn't do
partner,
it.
Charlotte Flair.
That's ridiculous.
Devin has Team Nia. Then we go to the Firefly Inferno match.
What the hell is this?
No fucking clue. I assume it's going to be some sort of cinematic house that is on fire. I don't know.
This roof.
But the Fiend's going to beat Randy Orton. Matt. Very nice. I'm still pissed that I waited and waited. I never got that pop, and now it's like $50 fucking everywhere, and it sucks. I screwed that one up big time. Intern Mark.
I'm gonna go with the Fiend and Smokey the Bear special guest referee.
Very nice. Tim, who do you got?
I still don't even know what the hell this match is.
I have no clue, but who's going to win
And
it?
Tim is correct. Nobody's going to win it, just like any other cinematic match we've seen.
It's eye for an eye, right? Like you're not going to legit poke somebody's eye out, right? Like what's?
Well, no, their budget for fishing
Tim.
for fishing lure balls has run out. They don't have the budget for another one, so we can't lose another eye.
Does the loser of this match become extra crispy? I don't get it. Like what exactly happened?
He becomes Sal Volcano's alter ego from Practical Joke. There's Crispy.
Fiend.
Fiend. Ryan.
I do love that you said extra crispy. I do want to plug real quick Lifetime's original short, A Recipe for Seduction, a Lifetime and KFC collaboration. It is available now. It dropped December the 13th. If you have not seen it, it is the corniest, stupidest shit you'll ever see. It's on the
360 watch along coming at you.
It's on YouTube. We should absolutely do it. It's
Well,
got
we have to
Mario
do
Lopez
something
as
for the
Harlan
next 2
Sanders.
weeks shows, so.
Mamma
I was
Mia.
gonna say, like, there was one person in 3 Count Thursday that was just hating on this from the moment he heard about it, and now he's singing its praises.
Who? It's the dumbest fucking thing ever.
It's fantastic. It's Lifetime.
It is
What were you
hilarious.
expecting?
So good.
Ryan, do you have a winner for the
intern Mark? He turned his camera away from his face so he could scream obscenities into the abyss.
I don't think we've actually.
I was so
It's
upset.
16 minutes.
I don't know if
That's
I've
all it
ever
is.
heard Mark
You're
swear
in,
before.
You're out. It's so good. I changed my mind. I thought it was a for real movie. It's a mini movie. 16 minutes. It's so good. We do a
I don't know.
watch-along.
I don't know.
Nobody wins this match.
I may be it may be too late for me to watch it. It might be
Here's
past.
the deal. Fuck you, Jim. We should all just go get some KFC takeout. And
No, you
and
should
then
get
watch
some.
this
You
show.
should get some fried chicken from a local establishment. And then,
Decker's celery fried chicken.
there we go. All right, so nobody.
man.
Ryan, you say nobody's winning.
Yeah, it's gonna end with Randy Orton like dying or something, but the Fiend will win.
Okay. Then we go to a TLC match for the WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre defending against AJ Styles. I have Drew retaining the Intercontinental title, the WWE Championship, but I say this is where we get The Miz successfully cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase, which sets up some intrigue going towards the Royal Rumble match. Ryan.
Frozen.
What?
No, Ryan. Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles, TLC for the WWE
absolutely,
Championship.
Drew McIntyre. He is the male wrestler of the year.
Perfect. Tim, who do you got?
AJ Styles wins TLC, and The Miz cashes in on him.
Successfully?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Intern Mark.
I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre, the wrestler of the decade.
Matt, who do you got?
You know, this is all full circle, and now I understand it. Because Drew McIntyre, the wrestler of the year, would have no other worthy opponent than AJ Styles, who wrestled Shane McMahon at a WrestleMania. And he would have no other worthy opponent to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase than The Miz, who wrestled Shane McMahon and lost. So I don't know where I'm going with this. We all lose. We all lose. Drew McIntyre wins because he is the only person who can beat the man who beat Shane McMahon.
Beat the Mac Man.
It is some convoluted Ric Flair shit there, but it works.
Good God. Okay. So
Take my 50% and you add 66 to 2.
so that's TLC. Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?